So the other week I brought you my commentary track for The Matrix. If you haven't checked that out, watch it. It's a good movie. Maybe not as good as people will tell you. It's still quite good. It's just not the most amazing movie ever. But check out my commentary track, because now I'm going to unload on you why The Matrix Reloaded sucks. Yeah, I'm going through the sequels here. So Matrix Reloaded 2003. This was the first movie that I bought tickets to for friends, and it was difficult to get the tickets for. I remember, man, I had to go by the movie theater, biggest movie theater in Wichita. I had to go by right after school just to pick up the tickets, come back hours later to watch the movie, packed everything. Place was packed, rated R. The good old days when I drove a fine Japanese sports car and girls were still hot. Anyways, our movie starts off with this sequence where Trinity, Carrie-Anne Moss, is doing a number on some workers at some place, some facility. We're cutting through this pretty quick, and then we realize it's a dream sequence. She gets shot, she dies, but it's just a dream that Neo's having. The Nebuchadnezzar is going back to Zion, the last human city that we never actually got to meet in the series. So this is our first view of Zion. Or at least that's the idea here. It seems as though they've been around before, though, because you have a bit of a change out in personnel. I think the guy who played, was it Tank or Dozer? He quit the movie or something, like wanted more money, I guess. And they're like, no, you're just a small piece. You don't even get to go in the Matrix. You're not getting shit. Replaced him with Harold Perrineau. Is that how you pronounce his name? The guy you've seen around a whole lot. He was in Romeo and Juliet, Lost. I think kept talking about this guy Walt. He's almost there for comic relief, because he's really the only one trying to be funny throughout this mess. And yeah, I'm telling you, this is a mess. Matrix Reloaded is actually worse than Matrix Revolutions, just no one realizes it. But you will after you watch this video. I promise. So, he's over there and he is telling us that we're headed to Zion. Everybody, get on board. We're going in there. You're going to get chewed out, Morpheus, by the leader of whatever the hell. There's a situation that is off camera but described to us, and that's the way the plot works in this particular movie. Important things are brought up by unimportant people who just drop by to give exposition bombs. Oh hey, you didn't know it, but we've got these sentinels attacking, the squids. They're going to attack Zion. Better do something about that, right? Well, that's the most important thing here, but no one of importance is really talking about it. They're doing other shit. Because even though they get back to Zion, you see that's a hellhole. You get a little tease of I think they called them APs, the like mobile suit Gundam they had. They're fairly similar to what you saw Colonel Quaritch rolling around with in Avatar. Giant mech, right? You think, hey, that'll be pretty cool, but you gotta wait to see that in the next movie. There's a part where they're walking away from the ship and they're gonna get it ready to go back out as soon as possible. You get a clear shot of the back of Neo's head. No outlet. What the hell, Wachowski siblings? So Morpheus is getting chewed out because he has a boss. Something to keep in note here is look at the color of the people that survived the apocalypse. This is not an all-white society here. Whites are really quite in the minority. So this, the survivors are those of ethnicity. I guess they're almost all American too, it seems. So anyhow, Morpheus gets chewed out a bit. Then they have this rave in a cave, and that's where everything really starts to turn sour. You're like, okay, Morpheus is going to give this big speech, right? It's going to be impressive. Everybody dance. And then they pump in the techno music and start grinding, and all the girls have their shirts in see-through mode. And it's like, what the hell? Meanwhile, Trinity and Neo are hooking up because prophecy, I love you, That's what the Oracle told me. Everything in this godforsaken movie is prophecy this, we're supposed to do that. Let's go talk to this guy. He's going to choose scenery and tell us that he expected us to do this and that he knew we were going to do it because it's happened before, and then we're supposed to be mystified and blown away by all this pseudo-philosophy. 2 hours of this movie is go into the Matrix, talk to this weird French dude for some bullshit. His wife wants you to kiss her, Neo, because the way you kiss Trinity, because she wants to know what love's like, some shit. Let's go to his place where the keymaker's at, because we need to get the keymaker to go find the architect, and then that's going to be what we need to defeat the machines. So then you go to this house, and there's vampires there who don't do anything vampire. Or are they werewolves? I mean, they start talking about how, oh hey, you know all those things like ghosts, vampires, those are glitches in the Matrix. Programs that start acting up. That's what that stuff is. So it's supposed to give you this kind of like world building sense. Like, oh hey, you know, I thought I've seen ghosts before. Maybe I'm really in the Matrix. It was a really good point brought up in the Animatrix, which set up a lot of things that don't get explained right in this movie or get their just payoff. For example, there's this high school kid, suicidal. Neo saves him, and now he's like Neo's little buddy. Well, there is a ghost house that gets quarantined, and the Animatrix is a really well done animated sequence, actually. Some of them are kind of trash, some of them not so great, but this one was good. And it was showing you what a ghost house is like in the Matrix. Oh hey, werewolf, boom, dead. Oh, now Neo's got to fight these guys. Oh, but there's these albino twins. What do? I guess ghost type shit. They go through the floor, they can go through objects. They get involved in a chase. Because they've kidnapped the keymaker, this old Asian guy, and they have this highway sequence, and everybody likes the highway sequence. I'll tell you what, it goes on too long. It's a shade boring. Some of the effects don't look that great. You can tell when there's just a bunch of CGI agents involved. CGI car hood gets dented. Honestly, though, it looks a lot better than that Marvel Cinematic Universe shit. You heard me here. I know you've heard me say that shit before. So anyhow, yeah, this chase goes on. Morpheus like slices up this car side. I guess he's able to kill the ghosts in a fire. The twins, that is. Trinity's doing some cool shit. Morpheus comes and helps. But Neo is separated from the group. And he has to fly. Oh, and I completely bypassed the Burly Brawl, where Agent Smith returns out of goddamn thin air with no explanation whatsoever and fights Neo. Like 100 of them fight Neo, and it looks okay at times, but not that great. And this is a point that I brought up in my commentary. When you went to see Star Wars in 1977, for example here, you were wowed by the space shit. You weren't that wowed by the lightsabers. The lightsabers were not the thing that were punching tickets. It was the Star Wars. Well, it was the gunfights that were really doing it for the Matrix. The slow motion, the gunfights, the high action explosion. What do you really get in this movie? Kung Fu. Now, yes, there was some okay Kung Fu stuff in the Matrix, but now you can really see the flaws in it. It's slower. There's a little Asian guy named Seraph, or is it Seraph? It means ghost. There's also another Asian guy named Ghost. You can see he actually can do some martial arts. Keanu Reeves, not so much. It's like everything's a wire thing for him. Let's get out the wire. So that's what you're getting here. You're getting a lot of wire act. And it's slow and it's repetitive. And you know, back to the freeway chase. Yeah, okay, there are some parts with some gunplay. But they're very minuscule compared to the let's have a kung fu battle. Because there's a lot of that stuff going on in this movie. So, they rescue the keymaker. he takes him to where the Oracle, the Oracle talks to him some shit at the Burly Brawl that doesn't even matter. Takes him to the architect, and he starts pontificating on bullshit, and you're supposed to be impressed by the dialogue. But it's like I said, no one has any character in this movie except for Harold Perrineau's character. He's comical. Everybody else is just so stick up their ass stoic, it's aggravating. Neo is told that he's the sixth Neo, that at the end of this he's going to choose some people to rebuild Zion because the place is going to fall. But they're going to start all over because this is inevitable. There's always some kind of glitch, some anomaly always gets through, throws a wrench in the Matrix, and everything collapses, and they just reset it. And Neo's like, screw that, I'm going to go save Trinity. So he flies out a building which catches on fire for God knows why. And there are parts where Keanu Reeves is straight up Gumby. The Burly Brawl, flying here. You look like Gumby, dude. He catches up with Trinity, and it's just this, oh hey, so you're shot anyways, but I rescued you, and now my hand's gonna go through you, because I have these God powers, because I'm the one. And it's a problem. It's like there's zero stakes in the Matrix once you find out Neo is the one. So because you know he's the one, the movies really can't be in the Matrix too much. Because you know he's just playing God mode in the Matrix. It just gets straight boring to be in there because you just know they can do whatever. You know, you're told the riddle. You're let in on the secret. You know what the Matrix is. Now it can't wow you. But there's so much more going on, and they leave a lot of that for Revolutions. So they're being chased by the Sentinels. There was a point where Agent Smith, who by the way returned from the dead completely unexplained, I just didn't want to die, and he chews the scenery, puts himself inside a human, calls in, and now so he has a body out there, and his name's Bane, appropriately enough. And he sabotaged a lot of stuff off camera. So all these different captains losing their ships and stuff, they rescue him, but he has some self-inflicted wounds. He's knocked out miraculously. Neo starts to show that he has powers in the real world. I can stop bullets, right? Well, Sentinels die now. Does that, but oh shit, there's some kind of big bug. God damn. The Sentinels just collapse, but it's overwhelming for Neo. He falls asleep, and now you have Bane and Neo lying head to head on the slab. Who's going to come alive first? It's going to be a problem. Tune in next time for Matrix Revolutions. Shit. You know, honestly, I'll give this movie a 1.5 stars.